We're going to start with some 12 p.m. clashes. First one, number 23 ranked Michigan Wolverines, 1-1 in the Big Ten, and number 13th ranked Indiana Hoosiers, 2-0 in the Big Ten. Bloomington, Indiana, 66 Fahrenheit, sunny, 7 miles per hour. Michigan coming off the shocking 27-24 loss at Michigan State. Indiana coming off a strong performance in their 37-21 win at Rutgers. Connor, you like this spot, so let's get after it. Michigan opening up as 3.5-point favorites. That's if you want the 3.5, you can get that at plus money. That's moved down to 3. This total at 55.5. Connor, take it away.
Yeah, I see 3.5s everywhere. I like Indiana with the points here at home. I know. I guess I'm a Michigan hater, and I got a few friends that love Michigan. I think Indiana's the better team, and I didn't take that Michigan State. It was stare me in the face, take these points. I don't know how good Michigan is. I didn't do it last week. Michigan State beats them outright. But Indiana right now I think is the way better fundamental football team. I think they can score on them. And the defense is good enough, I think, because I still don't see Michigan's offense is really dynamic. They're not high flying out there. So I'm taking the 3.5. I might even sprinkle a little money line.
3.5 and money line.
It might go up too. People might bet this up a little bit too, Jimmy. Maybe. I don't know. I got to watch it here because it was 3, and now I see 3.5s everywhere. I already see the hook.
See, I have different information here. Let me just refresh this, but I have here that it opened at 3.5. Bet 365 and one other book are the only ones still hanging at 3.5. I have 3s.
I got everything local 3s, DraftKings 3.5. Yeah.
Cool. So. Okay. We have a look on Indiana from our CMAC. Let's move to John Ryan. Big Ten action. What do you think of, Connor, on Indiana? Are you making a move here?
Well, the whole situation with Michigan State, a lot of people heard me say that, and quoting myself, that Michigan State sucks and is not an FBS 5 caliber team, and they're worse than Maryland. And I probably have done that maybe 5 times in my 25 years of doing this. So I'm going to say that I suck from now on whenever I use that word in the same sentence. Because that was one of the most embarrassing things I think I've ever said. And then the betting gods just, they took care of me. And
he'll do that.
Clearly wrong. So with this game, I can tell you that, I'm not a big Michigan fan either. And it's not because of the kids playing. It's more the coaching style. I like the other brother down in Baltimore a lot better. But in this case, Harbaugh is 0-8 coming off a conference game of a loss of 3 or less. And I think that speaks monumentally to the sting that Michigan must be feeling losing to the Spartans, state rivals, similar to North Carolina State and North Carolina. Indiana is flying high, and they have nothing to lose, and they're not supposed to be 2-0. And coming into the season, they didn't think they would be 2-0, let alone have a chance to be 3-0 and take over the conference lead here. So they can play loose and free, and who knows? I like the Indiana side here. I really agree with Connor 100%. The betting public so far is over 70% on the 20 books that I'm looking at. And, if that continues, I will be on Indiana come Saturday.
Very interesting. Noli knows Michigan, Indiana.
I mean, yeah, it's an interesting game. I think Michigan comes down to earth a little bit last week facing their state rival of Michigan State. I think a crazy game. They try to make a comeback, but I think, Indiana, like you mentioned, they look pretty good through the air. They're still only rushing for 74 yards per game, something that I don't like to see. But the numbers for Michigan are much more inflated on that side. This is a tough game for me to get a grasp of. A little bit too high profile for my liking. Most of my games are a lot more low key, lower to mid majors. So I'm off this game.